So when we started to come across the idea of looking at these commercial corridors, we don't have the capacity to take on such a large project within the Division of Planning all by ourselves. So luckily we have good friends at the College of Design with interiors, and we tapped them on the shoulder and they were more than willing to help out, as well as landscape architecture. So we reached out to the schools so that we could utilize their studios and their students to explore the data collection and the concepts. At the same time, we had the Bluegrass Community Foundation reach out and say, we love the idea, we want to be able to be a partner and fund this opportunity. So thankfully they were able to give us some funds that we can make this thing come from paper to reality.
What our students in interiors and the students in landscape architecture looked at were this idea of connectivity, because if we're going to solve problems for Southland kind of moving forward, thinking about how those places can connect to one another in a more meaningful way is really the way that we can process.
Hearing different inputs that are different from mine, because all of the landscape architecture students, we kind of have the same scope on our ideas, but with the outside perspective of interior design, we just have a different look on what could be done.
If you've ever been on Southland Drive, some of the challenges include really around the idea of connectivity. So it's a typical 1950s strip shopping center, meaning the parking is right in front. What exacerbates some of the connectivity issues is the fact that the roadway is disconnected from the parking spaces through two ditches on either side that are drainage ditches, and there's no sidewalks. So all of those things mean that it's hard for human beings other than in a car to get to those retail spaces effectively. I think Southland is unique because it has such a groundswell of support from the general public, and those long-standing businesses that have been there, plus brand new businesses, all of whom seem to be interested in what makes Lexington unique, and Southland being one of those things. So all those sort of pieces come together, it seems to me, at making Southland sort of a great case study for students from any level of design to be involved with in terms of looking to the future.
Southland Drive has great businesses. They have great tenants and people that live nearby, and you have a diverse group of people who visit Southland Drive all the time and every day of the week. The overriding goal of this project, Retrofitting the Retro, is more about connection than anything. So physical and social connection.
So for this pop-up design, I really wanted to listen to everybody that had talked to me during the community event that we did. And a lot of them said that they really wanted pops of color. They wanted more murals. They wanted just a lot of color throughout Southland, because that's what they're missing. And then they also needed green space.
And they really wanted to include the music aspect back into Southland Drive, because they used to have the jamboree that they had every year and had the music festival, and that went away. So I just wanted to bring a feel of Southland Drive back into the space. And the final one that I have was the music lounge. So the design behind that was to create a space that people could come in and sit, relax, enjoy, and sit under the shade that's provided with the pergolas.
This was the first time that we were able to actually go to Southland Drive and really throw ourselves into the community. And then with that community event, we were able to personally kind of like one-on-one talk to people in the community and understand their needs and wants and why they're wanting those, you know.
Oh, I think it's a great idea. I love a lot of the different concepts that they've come up with. I love the idea of Southland being an area of destination as opposed to getting in and getting out. They were very knowledgeable. They really put a lot of time and effort in, and you can tell by the projects, it's just amazing the work that they put in it.
For the students to be able to engage them one-on-one, in person, and use that to inform their designs has been something that's very unique that you don't get in all the design studios. At the same time, the community is benefiting from the design expertise of the students and the faculty and staff at UK and the city. So we're lucky to be able to have this opportunity that is a springboard of ideas for the community.
We really want to work with everybody and enhance what's already great about Southland.
The community is voting on their favorite one. Then tomorrow we'll have a selection committee meet. We will select top 3 out of the 26 that were submitted. We'll announce those on Friday at the all-school meeting and exhibit. And what comes next is we take the funds that Bluegrass Community Foundation has given us to create a pilot. So we will create a pop-up that will be temporarily installed on a piece of property, to be determined, next year.
I'm really excited that my design got selected. I really put a lot of thought into it, so I'm glad to see that they will be represented in Southland Drive. And to think that I spent my whole semester working on Southland Drive is really cool. Just to know that I will actually make a difference that'll be built in Southland Drive so they can be used for the people.
So we hope lessons learned here can create a design guidelines and policies that will be applicable throughout our other suburban areas. And as far as the way this project has rolled out, I hope that we can also partner with the university and other neighborhoods to explore the design options for them as well.